When we talk about conducting, there's always this beating, beat the tempo, also in German, schlagen. So there's always this action to beat the tempo. So let's see where to beat and what should a conductor beat. First of all, where? Okay, so we have to imagine a sort of square just in front of your torso. And why that? Because this is the, we can say, emotional center of a human being. If you want to share your intentions, your feelings, your vibes, your emotions, you shouldn't use these places here or there, very far from you. You just need your whole body and your posture, as I said before, to share. So a square in front of your torso. And of course, because we live in a three-dimensional space, we just have three dimensions. Of course, we have the vertical dimension, we have the horizontal dimension, and we have, of course, the depth dimension. So I can beat the tempo using, for instance, the vertical dimension. So I'm just starting here, for instance. Now, it's just an example, okay? It doesn't matter exactly what I'm beating. And I can just go up with my gesture for so many reasons. I cannot tell a list of every reason why I should do that, and then go down. But you can actually feel and see that when I move up like this, there's a sort of increasing of tension without changing my movement, without doing anything, just moving up and then back down. And this is also maybe meant for faraway instruments. I have to call them and say, pay attention to this or that, and so I can just raise my hand. So the vertical dimension, even to reach some far instrument, but not only, just even as you see, to increase the tension. And another way is the horizontal dimension. So I can just start from the center here, very focused, and then gradually open my gesture, even with two hands. Maybe because I want a very intense legato, for instance. And so this wide movement can help me express this. Here inside, it's more difficult. But if I open, I can really communicate this. So just opening up a little bit, okay? Of course, I have my center here. So instead of being right in the center, I just open my hands and maybe use a little bit the corners here, but just to go and come back. Not staying here. You can see that if I do this, it's not very effective. I have to come back in my center. And of course, the depth. So from here towards the orchestra. Why that? Just again, some increasing of the intensity of the phrase, for instance, because I'm here and then I feel that something is more deep, and so I move to the orchestra, maybe looking at the orchestra, and then it's over. So I just go back to my position. So all these dimensions are very useful, and they are three, of course, to communicate. They are three, of course, as the three basic figures of conducting, the three basic patterns, I would say, of conducting. I'm talking about the pattern of 2, which is called alla breve, the pattern of 3, the triangle, and the pattern of 4, the cross. So just let's see what the conductor beats and why you should do that. I will go deeper into every pattern with further videos, but just right now I would like to explain why we do those patterns in a certain way and not in other ways. So first of all, very simple, the pattern of 2 alla breve. Of course I have one movement down, it's a downbeat, and the second movement up is the upbeat. So downbeat, always down, of course, because of the gravity, because of the weight of the arm, as I said in the other video, and the upbeat, which is lighter, and of course because of the accents. The natural accents in a rhythm of 2 is, the first is forte and the second is piano. Then we just move to the triangle, the three accents pattern. So we have the first one, which is forte, the second is piano weak, and the third is piano weak 2. But it's a little less than the second. So the movement is, of course, the first is downbeat here, down 1, and then I have 2, and then 3, again the upbeat here. Forte, weak, debole, weaker, più debole. And then the pattern of 4. Of course, I have 1 downbeat here, the second beat is here, debole, piano, the third beat is here, mezzo forte, and the final beat, the fourth, is the upbeat and is debole, piano again. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So why in the end I have to beat the triangle like this and not like this? Because of the accents. I have forte, weak, and weaker. So if I go 1, 2, this is forte, weak, that's okay, it still works. But now I have the third accent, which is weaker, but with the movement from here to up here, you can see I'm opening up and I'm increasing the intensity from here to here, which is 1, 2, and 3, which is not the natural, it doesn't show the natural accents of the 3 pattern. And so we have to go 1, 2, which is weak, and 3 closing, which is weaker. And so now you understand why the 4 is 1, 2, which is weak, and now I'm opening for the 3, which is gaining intensity, mezzo forte, and then upbeat, the piano. Forte, piano, mezzo forte, opening, and piano. These are the reasons.